A bus conductor in India had an argument with a lady passenger. And this lady became very irritated. And she just let loose with a string of foul words which are unrepeatable. Everybody around them was ashamed. When her stop arrived and she got ready to disembark, the bus conductor said, "Madam, you are leaving something behind." She asked him, "What is it?" And he said, "A very bad impression." Character is like fragrance. Bad ones foul up the air. And this kind of bad character is like salt, which has become tasteless. It's good for nothing. As disciples of Jesus, we are called to continue Jesus' mission by being salt and light to others. And there are still many people living in darkness in various forms. One of the stories that inspire me and which I always remember is this incident told by Mother Teresa of Calcutta. I'm used to calling her Mother Teresa rather than Saint Teresa, just like Padre Pio instead of Saint Pio. This incident happened in Melbourne, Australia. She visited an old man whom nobody seemed to know existed. She saw his room. It was in a terrible state of untidiness and neglect. Filth and dirt lay all over the floor. Cobwebs were hanging from the walls and ceiling. There was no light in the room. And she found him living in almost perpetual darkness as he hardly pulled back the curtain. Mother Teresa recognized straight away that the condition of the room was a reflection of the man's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual condition. She saw him living in gloom, hopelessness, and despair. So Mother Teresa was asking herself, what could I do for him? Obviously, he doesn't have any friends in the world. So Mother Teresa started to clean and tidy the room. In fact, for your information, some of our parish IHT members did that too in their outreach to the poor. At first, the man protested, but in the end, he let Mother Teresa went ahead with it. Then as Mother Teresa cleaned and tidied the room under the racks and the rubbish, she made a surprising discovery. She found an oil lamp. Although it was covered with layers of dust, she could see that it was a beautiful lamp. So she dusted it and polished it with an old rag till it shone. The man was watching her curiously, but he said nothing. Then Mother Teresa asked him, "How come you never light the lamp?" "Why should I light it?" he replied. "I don't need it for myself. I have become so used to living in the darkness and no one ever come to see me. Then Mother Teresa asked him, will you promise me to light it if one of my sisters come to see you? Yes, he replied. If I hear a human voice, I will light the lamp. So one of Mother Teresa's sisters began to visit the man. And that was the beginning of a new life for the poor man. A life brightened up not only by the light of that oil lamp, but especially by the light of hope and love which has been lit in his dark heart. And all this happened because someone had taken an interest in him. Well, some time passed and his recovery progressed. Then one day he said to the sister who all this time had been coming to visit him, "Sister, I'm okay now. From now on, I will be able to manage on my own. But do me a favor. Please tell that first sister who came to see me that the light she lit in my life is still burning." The light she lit in my life is still burning. What a lovely expression. Have you anyone who said this to you? Thank you for the light of love, the light of hope you lit in my life, and it is still burning. Thank you so much. Of course, it may not be expressed in the same words. As disciples of Jesus, we are called to be bearers of His light to others. Christ's light has come into the world, but then it is up to us to ensure that this light of hope and love shines and continue to shine in the darkness and gloom around us. Sisters and brothers, no matter how limited and weak we are, we all can let a little light into some dark situation involving other people's lives. That is, if only we care enough. It is easy to sit around cursing the darkness instead of lighting a candle. Try letting in some light, even a little. We cannot do all things or many things, but all of us can do at least something, even a small thing, even a small service to make a difference in the lives of people. Let a certain person or a certain group of people or community be helped and blessed because of you. Yes, because of you.